All right, morning folks. A little before 7, like 6:55, and I've been getting out of camp at the ripe old time of right around 7 every day. I wish I could be getting out earlier, but I'm telling you, I'm straight up sleeping in the fetal position every night just to stay warm, and I toss and turn every night too, so getting out any earlier it would be pretty brutal. I'm glad that I don't have to, and I can still get my 30s in. So today I got planned about a 33er, up towards mile marker 116-ish. If I want to go farther, I can. That 33er is 33 trail miles, but I'm gonna probably detour off into Williamsport to grab dinner for tonight and dinner for tomorrow night, and then the next day I should be in Cumberland. So we'll see how that plays out. If I do a 33 tomorrow, a 38 the next day, that'll give me right at 30 almost exactly, to finish up in Cumberland, the C&O on Thursday. So that's the plan so far. These next 2 days, we'll see if I can tweak some mileage to maybe make that Thursday less miles in. But a 30 on this flat stuff is pretty easy. So I don't know, I might keep the mileage as it is and just enjoy the days for what they are. So yeah, that's about that. Oh, I did want to say that was the first camp spot, mile marker 82.7, that I didn't have service at camp. I know a lot of hikers, you're not exactly looking for that, but these trail systems I've done this year, the Northeast, have service almost every day. So in case you are expecting an important message or something and you kind of became under the assumption that you'd have service at every camp, that one didn't. But it was nice. That was a nice camp spot not to have service, so I didn't get sucked into work, and I could just go to sleep in that feeling of what yesterday was about, what all days are about on trail. So yeah, that's that. As you know, I'll tend to get more videos as I can feel my hands more and I can feel my face. Chilly. Today is day 7 on the trail, baby. There we go. So folks, right after mile marker 83, there's this little creek / spring / cave. It's pretty deep in there. But I'm gonna go no filter, no problem from these rocks. I'm not gonna go any farther back into there because it's deep. But I was wondering where I was gonna get water. Hell yeah, no filter, no problem. All right, if you see a bear sneaking up on me, let me know. Yeah, great water source right after mile marker 83. Look for the giant cave. Nice waterfall. Start with the bench and then start panning this way. That person's got a baller house. Just hope it doesn't keep eroding, right? We got steps down to the water. Whew. Your backyard's the river. So if you're playing water sports. Mile 84-ish. Nice little park. Nice privies. Mostly for boat landers. But hikers could also take a break there in the sun if you so choose. Still not warm enough to take the cold weather off, folks. Not yet. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. Oh, my knees. Oh, a little bigger of a drop off than I wanted, folks. I believe this is the trail. Has to be, right? If I get lost out here, you know it's time for me to stop hiking. Well, that's not true. I would keep hiking, but I already do accept the fact that I get lost a lot. That's part of the fun, right? And lost is just a concept. Magpie, are you ever truly lost? See? I don't think we are when we get lost on trails. We're just not particularly in the spot that we should be. Well, should's also a strong word. We're going somewhere. What is this? Oh, y'all are blowing my mind, C&O Canal. I don't even know what to do with this information. Like, we were talking about lost a second ago. Now I feel well and truly lost. That is the first time that they put a mile marker on the right side, and I don't know what to do with that information. You get so comfortable and just so in the moment with passing them on your left side so much. Then they put it on the right side. It just breaks you. Acting class. And what is great about that acting class is the tears aren't far from the forefront, folks. As you can see, the eyelashes are still a little bit frozen, so the tears are very much real in the sense of she cold. So, no, that was fun though. That was fun. Beautiful though. If y'all really want a beautiful trail, to do it as a through hike, you would have to go down to Point Lookout and do all that funky funk. But once you hit the C&O Canal, I guess you could just do the C&O Canal as a through hike. It's about 184 miles. As you saw, just past marker 86, and it's been beautiful. I mean, it's been really, the infrastructure around it's really good. You got towns that you can bounce off to close by all the time. You can keep the pack light. It's not going to give you necessarily mountains, but it's a pleasant stroll. It is a pleasant stroll. So this looks like it's about to be a pretty cool spot. I'm always up in the air with how much I want to film these walkways because they're awesome all the way around, but y'all don't want to watch, I don't know, however long it'll take me to walk across, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Sometimes I get really excited and I film all of it, but y'all don't necessarily want to watch all of that. So I'll film the beginning, probably the middle, probably the end. Just take out a minute or two here on either side. Beautiful. It goes on for a minute too. So cool. By far, one of my favorite few miles of the trail so far. If you can see all the way in the distance, that little bend, that's where the trail, well, this little walkway path begins. And if you come with me this way, you can see that it continues around the next bend, and you're just hugging these rock faces, and this kind of bridge slash pathway was just built right out of the rock, on top of the rock. Just beautiful. This is the, I think it's Blackwater Bay area, or deep water. I'm terrible with names. Alright, if you can see this goose up in this rock, it had a partner. Give me 1 second. I'll try to get you the best view. You see that goose up in that rock face? It had a partner that I'm walking right underneath it. Scared the hell out of me. I thought something was dive bombing me off the cliffs. Wow. Oh, you got it, buddy. Go swimming. Or is that your nest up there? That's a pretty baller nest if that's a nest. Does it have chicks? It might have chicks. Okay, it's just kicking it. Oh, it might be about to hop. It looked at the rock face. All right. You do your thing. There it goes. That's what almost smacked me in the face. So another great water source in this beautiful stretch of trail. Mile 87 and some change. Beautiful little waterfall up that way too. So yeah, two really good natural water sources today. The one right out of camp this morning went no filter, no problem on that one. And then this one that just passed at mile 87 and some change. If you're on this little walkway, yeah, it will be in this walkway. Big slack water. That's what it was. I just kept putting the letters in different parts of the of the name. Oh wow, beautiful. Another fantastic water source. 88 and some change. Oh, just an awesome segment right through here. So it's hard to say favorites when you're doing a trail system because there's just so much beauty, and any single day you're going to pass by a lot of favorites of the day, favorites of where your mind is at in that moment, just a lot of stuff. But this section might be my favorite. Just so beautiful. The trail close to Williamsport or Williamstown, just epically beautiful. The big 9-0, baby. The big 9-0. Got about 10 miles until triple digits. You can't understand me? Throw something in my mouth? Something in my face? No? 10 miles, triple digits. Let's do it. All right. I don't know if this is my second or third time recommending this, but the C&O Canal, super easy trail, flat, 2-track, what have you, but don't night hike it. What's the point of night hiking this? Like, sometimes night hikes are necessary. Like, some of my first few days, I was pushing the light near the end, but I was still able to see, like, but don't prolong night hike this. There's just so much beauty along here. It's not physically challenging. Like, if you start pushing high miles, you're gonna walk every day, and that will have a physical aspect to it. But it's not the physical challenge. But it's just really beautiful and chock full of history. So yeah, don't night hike this. Again, you can always do what you want to do. I'm not trying to say that. It's my opinion. It's my preferences. If you're coming out to do this trail, you should look around and see the stuff around you. It's glorious. Check it out. Hit the midpoint, 92.25 miles. I was wondering why there was another thing here, because I just passed mile marker 92. So very cool. They actually have a midpoint on this trail. I wouldn't have, well, I guess I would have thought the C&O is really well taken care of. Very cool. Don't you worry, folks. Patrick made it to the midpoint as well. Don't you worry. Patrick and I, yay. Lock number 43, it says. So right after mile 93, I think it starts putting you on these little outskirt communities of Williamsport. And I just had a barky situation with a very small dog. Definitely wanted to nip my heels, but the family was out in the yard too, and so I stood and kind of talked with them, and very, very friendly. They were curious what I was doing, so kind of gave them the spiel, and they asked what I ate, and I'm like, well, mostly candy. Actually had some Slim Jims this morning, and then I said protein bars, and they kept trying to offer me stuff like, well, we have protein bars. I'm like, y'all, that's so sweet, but I'm about to hit Williamsport in 6 miles, Williamsport proper, or at least, yeah, where I can resupply, and I'm gonna buy a day worth of food and keep going. But they were very sweet, offered water, offered a lot of stuff, and yeah, that's the trail magic that you get on these lesser known trails. Is it's not trail magic like the AT or PCT that people are purposely going there and putting out water, putting out a soda, and catering all this stuff towards hikers. The trail magic here is like having a conversation with the local that lives right on the trail and talking about the trail system that you're doing, and then being like really interested. And that's the magic part for me, is that when you can see that these people have an interest, they never have known about it, and that they just want to have a conversation around it. That's the trail magic on these lesser known trails for me personally. And yeah, it's a really beautiful thing. I really, really enjoy that. I think I go straight, because this looks like an RV park, and I don't want to run into another barky situation. So the small dog was really barky at me. Then they had this big old black lab that was like, when it had a toy in its mouth. I'm like, oh, you're so ferocious. And it walked up to me, rubbed up against me, and then started playing on its back. So yeah, very, very awesome. A big thing that I personally do miss on these lesser known trails is the hiking community with the other hikers around, and that's a huge part for me. That's a huge part of these trails. But the beautiful really beautiful part about these lesser known trails is what I was just talking about. It's having these conversations with the locals. And then who knows, the hiker that follows behind in a few months or a year, that little home right there now knows that there will be through hikers on this trail, or any type of section hikers or anything. And it's getting to be a part of that growth and that awareness and that happiness and that just kind of pure kindness of as the trail grows and the communities get more involved. I don't know, it feels good. I really enjoy it. Really friendly people. So a little bit before mile marker 94, you pass kind of an RV park / camping area. It seems like it's a long-term residence, so I don't know if you could camp here. I'm assuming you could if they weren't too busy. But honestly, I don't know why you would, because the national park of the CNO has those awesome campsites that I've been showing you for free. And they're a few miles sporadically placed apart. But if your miles do link up and you want to try, of course it's always your option. Just trying to give you as much information as possible. So yeah, mile 94-ish, there is kind of an RV park / campground. I didn't see any tents or tenting pads, but usually those RV parks, if you ask kindly enough and you kind of explain what you're doing, they will let you tent there. But again, you got the free campsites, your option. Something that small can trap an entire army. A span of 50 yards. There's no bridge. We've ran into that in a very smaller scale on other trails with giant river crossings. So mile 95 and some change, another hiker-biker site. This is Cumberland Valley. Very cool. So if you're going northbound, this is about 4 miles and some change from the town of Williamsport. So yeah, depending what your mileage are, this would be a good spot if you were going to Nero in Williamsport or just do a low mile day or what may have you. Beautiful. Alright, so about 2 miles from Williamsport. I'm gonna run in, like I said, grab a dinner for tonight and for tomorrow night, I think. Don't need too much food, just like maybe a full day's worth, and I can spread that out over 2 days. But I might go past what I thought I was gonna hit today. I thought I was gonna go towards like mile 116-ish. I might push to mile 120. There's a camp there too. Because it looks like, I checked the weather and there should be like spatterings of rain tomorrow and the next day, which isn't a big deal, but might as well get more miles in today and walk less in the rain tomorrow. I don't know, any way you slice it, I'm gonna be walking in it, so we'll just see how the time works and how the pace works. And yeah, it's just nice to really cruise on a trail and not worry about the ending of the day too much. You get where you get. Usually your pace will pick up, slow down, depending if you have a prearranged spot, but if not, we'll see. We're just gonna walk. So these are old foundations of the bridge, and as you can see, the bridge itself has gone down, but even the bridge behind it is no longer running too. Both super, super old and no longer in use. Why yes, folks, what you are seeing again is Vosges. Oh, so beautiful. Right after mile marker 97 in that bridge I just showed you. So link up your miles correctly so you can just frolic in the field together and just snuggle and just cuddle the Vosges. No, don't do that. They're on somebody's property, but do it in your head maybe, because they are so cute. It's a good hiking day when you see that. Your heart just feels cuddled. So mile marker 99, that means in a little, I think 0.2, I cut over towards Williamsport to, I think there's a Sheets close by that just resupply at, whatnot. So we'll check the maps, see where we go on over. All right, so actually at the parking lot, I was just looking at the maps. You can cut in here to piece together a few roads that will bring you up towards the Sheets. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. This is lock number 44. Oh, and I missed the bridge to get over. Alright, so just popped in the Sheets, and this is Williamsport. So, really friendly town. Sheets is about half a mile from the trail, and it's a friendly town, but you also, I don't know if it was the timing I hit it or what, but good amount of people congregate around Sheets that tend not to be the savoriest of clientele. And seeing another person with a pack and dirty clothing, they tended to start congregating towards me. Still nice, still really friendly, still had some pleasant conversations, but yeah, resupplied, put the stuff in the pack, and I'm stepping again back to trail. So there's sidewalk on the highway that you can connect back to the trail, and this amount of food should get me all the way into Cumberland. Got some sandwiches, baby. Only 2 sandwiches though. Oh yeah, Sheets, you can fully resupply out of there. It's not gonna be the best, it's not gonna be the healthiest, but you can definitely fully resupply out of there. If you're doing this trail system, you're gonna have towns on a few days either side of you, so you can make a few days of food out of there work for sure. And I don't know what else is in this town. You might have a bigger box store, but this was the easiest to access. All right, so back on the C&O. Round trip couldn't have taken more than 20 minutes tops, and that's including going into Sheets, grabbing the food, situating it, put it in the pack, and walking back. It's half a mile tops to the Sheets from trail. You just go straight up that road with the bike symbol, and you'll run directly into a Sheets. And there's nice sidewalk the entire way. So I'm excited to pass that mile marker 100. It should be right around here, folks. It should be right around here. Let's see. I'm not going to keep you the entire way, but I'll get you at least a little video of what's going on here. Oh, and that's the first U.S. Park Ranger vehicle I saw too, over there. So this is a national park. I was wondering where they are. Oh, another Potomac Heritage. Explore a trail network. Oh, I'm exploring, folks. I'm exploring. Where are we? You are here. Yeah, we're right at the cusp of hitting. Right at the cusp of hitting mile marker 100. Very cool. Cool. Alright, got enough food to finish up the C&O Canal, baby. Got a full day tomorrow, and then finishing up the next day into Cumberland, and then, yeah, the journey continues. Oh, thank you for not making us walk that. If it was the Florida Trail, we would be in there. Mile marker hundo, baby. Mile marker hundo. Yeah, I think I got 20 miles left in the legs today. Yeah, it's right after 1 o'clock. Let's do it. Shall we blast them? Mile 101 and some change. Another campsite, hiker-biker site, about a mile outside of Williamsport. Yeah, so you got campsites on either end, depending how you want to do it, depending how you structure your miles, depending how you want to hike. Yeah, you got all of it. Oh, look at that. 9 miles to the next one. Ooh, they're starting to space out. I like it. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom. Second big waterfall of the day. Yeah. I know it's not a waterfall actually, but it's a nice view. Well, technically it's a waterfall, but pretty sure it's a dam. Second dam? I think so. Right before mile marker 107. I don't know about right before, but a little before. So, yeah, another really cool one. I'm gonna get you these information boards here in a second, and then keep on cruising. Ooh, I get to cross a bridge. Fancy. Sweet. Another one of these paths. Not a bridge, but still pretty sweet. Ooh, cool tunnel. I'm not gonna crawl underneath it though. Just in case. Seems pretty sturdy, but just in case. Lock number 46, it says. $17.90. Wow. So I'm pretty sure this is that camp spot that was 9 miles from the one close to Williamstown. Do not know the name, but it looks like the classic camp spots along the C&O. And a lot of room. Got some privies, full parking area, a lot of stuff going on around here. So yeah, mile 109-ish. Okay, so I may have been mistaken about that last place being a campsite. It looked like it. It might have just been a day use area though. And this one's more tucked into the C&O, and that other one was kind of near homes and whatnot. So this is the one that was 9 miles away, the North Mountain. Alright, so Licking Creek is where I was going to go originally, but I'm going to tack on another 4 miles, try to get more miles in today because the weather's moving in. So tomorrow will be like a 33 instead of a 38. Yeah, still got to walk in it, but not have to walk. An hour extra in rain is always pleasant. Gives me an hour extra to play around with tomorrow in case I don't want to get out of the 10, or I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so passing by a state park, just got water a little before mile 112. There's a lot of these kind of feeding streams to, oh, big pool, 112.5. There's a lot of these kind of feeding streams into the river, so today has been really natural water source heavy, which is awesome. And then met a nice family that the dad is trying to bring his kids out, and I felt like we had a good talk, good impression. Sometimes, I don't know if I put this in the videos, or if I've talked about this before. I think I have. Sometimes when you're near the end of the day, like today's about 5, I've done about, 32 miles, and I haven't really stopped, and kind of just tired and ready to get to camp. So like, when you have these interactions at the end of the day, they're always pleasant and you want to talk longer, but you got this clock in the back of your head saying, you're going to get to camp at dark, you're going to get to camp at dark. And I think the interactions are always nice, but compared to having an interaction midday when you're like, I have all the time in the world, there's more of a sense of urgency to these, and that's a factor. And then also, when you've been pushing hard all day, you're kind of in the zone. So like, I don't know, it might be just me. I'm assuming it's other hikers as well, but you know what they say about assumptions. But when you've been pushing hard all day and you have a convo at 5 or 6. You're kind of breaking out of that zone. It takes a second, so it kind of jolts you a little bit. Again, might be just my unique experience, but I have a feeling a lot of other hikers have the same feeling, because, like I said, interactions when you're first stepping out the day, mornings, afternoon, are very, very pleasant. And nighttime interactions are pleasant too, but when you, oh, look at the beaver. Look what the beaver did. Wow. But, yeah, these ones near the end of the day, it's just, you're ready for camp. You're kind of, yeah, you're in the zone. You're trying to step it out before dark, and there's kind of that voice in the back of your head that wants to get to camp before dark. So they naturally, the conversations always naturally end, because that's just kind of who I am. I don't try to end conversations abruptly or just be like, oh, I gotta go. They kind of naturally end, and I don't know if it's because I have that energy that I gotta go. It's not me saying, oh, I gotta keep going, but yeah, it's kind of trying to see. I have that zone mentality and that zone thought right now that I'm kind of scrambled, but yeah, it's an interesting thought point, at least, when you compare the conversations you have throughout any given day, and where you're at in your miles, where you're at close to camp, where you're at physically tired or physically energized. So there's a lot of factors that go into it, but all in all, just had a conversation with the family that this father's bringing his kids out and he wants them to experience nature. So yeah, I was able to kind of talk to him about a little bit about my experience and about the hiking community, and it was pleasant. I don't know why I gave you all that backstory. I don't know. I really want you all to kind of understand as much as possible about a hiker's mindset on a trail. Granted, this is an opinion from one hiker, but as much as my journey as possible, and what goes into it, kind of the stuff that you don't really hear about or think about in a given day. So that's kind of my story for right now. I'll keep on plugging. All right, so mile 114 should be close by. Haven't passed it yet, but I should be getting close. That gives me about 6 and some change to camp. It's about 5:40, so hopefully, yeah, I can see the mile marker 114 up there. Hopefully that means I can get in around 7:20 or 7:30. We will see. It's about 6.6, so we'll see how hard or how much I can push. Let's get it. Oh, baby, let's get it. All right, it's mile 116. This is, oh wow, looks like a warm camp spot, but no, this is Licking Creek. I'm going to Little Pool. As you saw, another 4.5 miles. It's about 6:10, and I'm gonna see if I can do it in an hour, right around an hour, a little over an hour, hour and 10 maybe. Try to get in there at 7:20, 7:30, 4.5 miles. No rest for the wicked, baby. No rest for the wicked. It's time to dig into those deeper tanks, folks. Dig. Let's dig. 4.6 in an hour. I want to do it in an hour 10. It's exactly 6:16, so that would put me in at 7:26. No more lazy and leisurely, Constantine. We're pushing now, baby. We're pushing now. Let's get it. That end of the day dig, baby. That end of the day dig. No more leisure and lazy, Constantine. We're pushing now. Whew. Look at that, a blue blaze. If this is a mile marker, your boy is holding that pace. Your boy is holding that pace, and it is a mile marker. Let's get it. Just did that mile 116 and 117. Just did that mile 116 and 117 in 10 minutes, baby. Let's get it. It is now 6:26. Whew. 3.5. Man, if I can do 6 mile per hour pace, oh baby. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hold it, but we'll see. We'll see. These legs are stepping, baby. These legs are stepping. Let's get it. Whew. Does not feel like I'm doing a 6 mile per hour pace. It feels like I thought I was topping out at 4.5 right now. But baby, them jets turning. Whew. Let's get it, folks. Let's get it. All right, that first mile that I thought I did in 6 miles, I knew that must have been off because I'm pushing, I feel like harder right now and not nearly as fast, but just past mile marker 19. So however you slice it, those 3 miles, it's 6:58 right now. So those 3 miles took 41 minutes. We're pushing. So I got 1.6 left. And I want to get there before 7:16 so I can do it in underneath an hour. Yeah, baby. Let's get it. Ain't no rest for the weary. So that means I got to do this 1.6 in 18 minutes. 0.1 in a little over a minute a piece. Come on. Come on. Come on now. Let's dig. Yeah, I knew that 6 mile per hour pace is, yeah, that's jogging. Usually if I push hard, I can do 5 mile per hour pace. Kind of 5 mile per hour pace is getting close to a jog. I might be doing a 4.5 right now. I don't got the mind for the math right now, but come on. Trying to get underneath that hour, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, that's better water. A little before mile marker 120. I've been carrying it since 112 because didn't know if I was gonna hit any that close to camp, but right before mile 120, there's good natural water. Man, if I wouldn't have taken that water stop back at 112, I might have been able to push harder. But no, then I would have had to stop there. Whew. Okay. Oh, I can see mile marker 120. I'll get you the timestamp once we get up there. Let's get it. All right, mile 120, and it's 7:12. So the only way I would make it within that hour shot is if I started jogging, but I can't do that. That would be cheating. I have to hike the pace to get it in underneath an hour. Adding jogging into the equation, I could make it there at that time, but it wouldn't be hiking pace. So gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna probably make it right out over that hour, like 7:17 maybe. So close. That ain't gonna stop me from pushing though, folks. No, sirree. Let's do it. All right, so made it It's 7:21, but yeah, so did it in 4.6 in an hour and 7:21, hour and 5 minutes. But honestly, I do question the mileage, because when I got that last clip, where that signage was, I had been pushing for 5 minutes and it still said I was 0.6 away, but it should have been 0.6 away from mile 120. So yeah, I'm still happy with the push. Got to the campsite in a little over an hour. Wanted to hit underneath an hour, but is what it is. So gonna pick the camp spot, chillax, and looks like somebody got a fire going. Cool. All right. Whew. I know it's making the brain feel a little bit better, but I do question some of that mileage, because that first mile taking 10, and then the other one after that taking so much longer, it feels a little wacky. But might be the brain trying to structure it, but I also do question those mileage. So yeah. All right, push. Not the fastest, but still got it. Cool. All right. Morning, folks. Today is March 24th, and I should be getting into Cumberland tomorrow, finishing up the C&O towpath. Beautiful trail, but little update. It's about 7 o'clock, and I'm still in the tent. It's the first time I've been in the tent at 7 a.m. I think this year on trail. There might have been one day on the Florida Trail we slept in a little bit, but why, you ask? So you're not going to be able to see. I don't think you'll be able to see. You can see some moisture on the tent. But it's raining, and I checked the forecast, and it's raining until about... Oh, you were zoomed in on me. You poor souls. That's better. And it's going to be raining until about 8 or 9. So I feel like I'm going to still pack up in the rain at like 8 a.m. because waiting in the tent until 9 is just going to drive me nuts. But yeah, wait out the rain. So giving myself a nice lazy morning. Pushed like 38 miles yesterday, 39 with going into Williamsport, but 38 trail miles. So I'm glad I did those extra miles yesterday so I could do the lazy morning today and still set myself up well to get into Cumberland tomorrow. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I midnight munched so hard last night, like unbelievably hard. It's gonna be, your boy got on the struggle bus now for the food game. I have all of today and then about a 30 miler, depending on the miles I do today, into Cumberland tomorrow. So yeah, I ate so much. Oh, what was really cool is I'm camping. You can't see because I'm in my tent, but there's a person that's doing the Potomac Heritage Trail southbound. Blew my mind. It's like this 40-year-old guy that he had like 2 weeks off of work. It's like his backyard. So he's doing it southbound. That blew my mind. So we were both kind of geeking out over meeting another hiker. We would never in our wildest dreams have thought so. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's kind of it, guys. Oh, and the weather too. As you can see, I'm not in my puffy right now. So these mornings are getting warmer. I didn't sleep in my puffy last night. I didn't curl up in a fetal position to get warmth. Like, I actually am pretty toasty in what I'm in right now. So I like that. Because these past days have been like brutally cold. Not the day itself, but the night when sleeping in that weather. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna fiddle around for another half hour-ish and pack up and get going once this rain stops. Cool. All right, so getting out of camp at 7:40. Not terrible. I thought I wasn't gonna even get out of the tent until 8. Really cool camp spot, as you can see. The other hiker right there. So there is physical proof, because I doubt many people would be like, oh yeah, there's definitely another hiker. But yeah, getting out earlier than I thought. So shooting for anywhere in the range of a 30 to 34 puts me anywhere in the range of a 30 to 34 tomorrow to get into Cumberland. So just walk until nighttime. We'll see where we get. Whew, feels good. I think all this stuff is maybe not going to burn off, but all this cloud cover might stay for today, but at least the showers got about another hour of them. Then it kind of peters out. Very cool. Let's get it. What is this, folks? Is this single track? No, it's not single track. I mean, technically it is because you walk the single trail, but it's still a wide old towpath. So there's a nice old historic, wow, they put some work into that, home right there. If not, that might have been one of the locks from back in the day. Beautiful. A little overcast this morning, but it's adding to this kind of mysterious, like walking through history type feeling. It's pretty cool. I don't necessarily like the rain, but this mist hanging overhead, it's really adding to the aura of how much history is in this trail system. I like it. Maryland, West Virginia state line. Really? Huh. Appalachian Trail 140 miles. Behind me? No, it must be on a different trail system. So folks, your boy made an uh-oh. I realized I went through some of my footage yesterday to do some pre-town chores, start getting it ready, and I realized that sometimes when I film these signs, on my camera I can see what I'm filming, but for y'all, sometimes the words might still be too far away. So I do apologize if that has been happening. I hope it's been only for a few, but I do not know. So, made an uh-oh. Made an uh-oh. Alright, cruisy, baby. Alright, just past mile marker 124, and I think this is if you want to get into the town of Hancock. I think this is the bridge that you can take into the town. And from the hiker I met yesterday, he said there was a sheets like 0.2 from trail, so you can probably hop onto that road and see it really quickly. Let's see. I do not see it, but that doesn't mean that it is not there. I also don't see trash cans in that park, which is the only reason I think I would go over. Nope, no trash cans. That means I carry the trash. Yeah. Huh. That's kind of surprising. It is a national park, so good tip while I was talking about that is the entire corridor. No trash cans. Every so often, one of the parking lots off the corridor will have trash cans, but since it is a national park, they do not hold trash cans. Beautiful old buildings though. Alright, so literally a few seconds after I filmed that last clip, there is another park. I filmed the last clip, yeah, like before that bridge. There is another park that the reason I'm gonna go down there is because I see a water fountain. Y'all wanna take this journey with me and see if this water fountain works? I have a strong feeling it's not going to work, but that's okay. If it does, that is a big benefit. If it doesn't, somewhat of a bummer, but there are good natural sources along the trail. But a sea, come on, baby. Come on, speak to me. Speak to me. What is the good word? What is the good? No. They don't turn the water on until April. The good word is still good, but no agua. PNT, baby. Not PNT, PHT. So we are right where that Hancock is. Go up to Cumberland, keep going, and then that brown trail is the Laurel Highlands. So you have an option to go to the Laurel Highlands or Pittsburgh. The hiker met yesterday actually started in Pittsburgh. But then Buck, from talking to him, the people who have done the Potomac Heritage Trail Network, and if you go on their website and the information, the parts of the official trail is actually considered the Laurel Highlands. So that's where we'll be going. Waddle, 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 waddle. Oh. Shouldn't make noise. I should just let them waddle their way. All right, all right. I'm just eating my Pop-Tart, y'all. No need to worry. Man, the misty morning with these tunnels of trees is super cool. I don't know, it feels right. So, also, I don't know if y'all know this about me. Give me one sec while I wipe off the lens. I think y'all got a good picture, but just to make it better for y'all. So, don't know if you picked this up from my videos, but I'm I don't like to use the word stubborn, but I'm a dedicated person. So when my mind finds a goal, whatever it is, I've had some weird goals in my life, but whatever the goal is, it kind of locks in on that goal and says, okay, we're going to do it. So why I'm telling you this is because my food game is a little weak. So just past mile marker 125. That means I got about 30 miles left on the day, a little under. And the only food that I can eat out of my bag today is one complete cookie. Just had a Pop-Tart about 30 minutes ago, if not less. So for the rest of the 30 miles, only can eat one complete cookie. Why, you may ask? When you're passing all these towns that you can walk off and go to the gas station and resupply in. Because I've committed myself to commitment, that's a better word. I've committed myself to saying I have enough food to get to Cumberland and I'm gonna do it. So one complete cookie, and then dinner is half a sandwich. If I remember to get footage for y'all, I'll do it. So I had 2 sandwiches I packed out yesterday. I ate one at dinner, and then with my midnight munch that I just destroyed food, I ate half of the sandwich, but thankfully my sleepy brain left me half a sandwich. So there's like a sandwich, and it's a small sandwich, so it's a sandwich with a lot of bites out of it. So for tonight I'll have that. What else do I have? I have a bag of combos left, and a muffin. That's about it. And then tomorrow I'll have about 30 miles to do. And I'm gonna try to keep that bag of combos without eating it tonight, but more likely than not, I'm gonna eat it tonight. And then 30 miles tomorrow, pushing into Cumberland, foodless. Yeah, I don't know, my mind's weird. It gets locked on these goals. Like that town I just passed, could have easily Hancock went in, got some stuff from the gas station. I passed Little Orleans or something like that today. Could easily go off, get some food from the gas station. I passed Paw Paw either today or tomorrow. Could go off, get some food from the gas station. But why am I not doing that? Because my mind is weird, folks. It gets locked in these goals and then it can't get out of them. Hence, I guess why I'm doing all these trails. No, but that's a beautiful goal. I do love that goal. Yeah, so the food game's gonna be pretty weak. I think y'all sometimes ask me what I eat on these trails. It's not the best. It's not the best. I'm either super light on the food or I just destroy the food in the first day or two of a section and then commit myself to making it with the rest of the food. Yeah, that's about it. Got a weird brain, folks. A weird brain. So mile 126 and some change is this campsite. I liked ours better. Still, every single camp spot along here has been pretty epic, being right next to the river. This is White Rock. So I've gone about 6 miles this morning. Nice. Alright, so my last video didn't take 2. I was explaining the perplexities and puzzlement and bafflement of government ply toilet paper. It's not going to have as good of a taste as the first go around, so I'm going to keep it shorter. My rambles tend to get more rambly second time or less rambly. I actually don't know with my rambles. I don't know. First time ramble, second time ramble, third time ramble. What I was talking about is government ply toilet paper. I don't understand the concept because it continues to throw my mind for a loop. Because with how thin it is, you use more. So even though it's a bigger roll, you would end up using the same amount as if you had a smaller roll. Like you would finish them the same time, and that smaller roll would just give you that extra oomph and that comfort on the business end. So yeah, I don't understand government ply TP. It is something that continues to throw my brain for a loop, and I will always wonder about what they think they're getting out of it. I mean, you're not saving. If you're going through it at just as fast as a small roll, I don't think you're saving money. You get a bigger roll, but I don't know, folks. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. Oh, government ply TP. Now that's a stealth spot. Got an overhang. You're gonna stay dry. Wow. That's mile 127 and some change, I think. Then we also got another cool thing coming out. Wow. Old kind of wall and old chimney. Let's see what the history is behind this, folks. Very cool. All right, I'm gonna grab you the information board here in a sec. Crossing the... No, a cement mill. Oh, that was the cowboy cave. Wonder if that guy cowboyed in it. I bet he did. Very cool. All right before mile 130 is Leopard Mill campsite. Another really good one. Not as many options. It's kind of sloped into the river there, but still very good. And it's drizzling a little bit. As you can see, the cloud cover, I highly doubt it's going to burn off today. It's pretty moist in the air. So, got a little drizzle going on, but not too bad. Still pretty cool walking through this. It's a very quiet forest. Just ominous isn't the right word because that makes it sound like something's gonna happen, but very like mysterious. And just kind of, not monumentous isn't the right word either. I'm not good at words, folks, but it's just very kind of like powerful, not the right word either, but being able to be through the mist in a quiet area where a lot of history has happened it's a big feeling. It's a cool feeling. Cool's too little of a word. All right, I'm gonna stop trying to play some word games and just enjoy the feeling, whatever word defines it. So mile 133 and some change. I'd say closer to 133 and a half, if not a little over. Maybe 133.4. 133 and some change. Yeah, another campsite, another good one. Oh wow, this one's got a pretty awesome view of 2 bridges. That'd be beautiful. Yeah. Another pretty awesome campsite. This is Cacapon Junction. Sweet. Ooh, should we see what's on top of the giant climb in front of us? All right, set the legs to climb. Whew. Okay. Oh, it's breaking me. It's breaking me. Ha-ha, we're to the top. Very cool. So I don't know exactly at what mile marker this started, but since yesterday, maybe mile marker 110, 115-ish, you parallel another trail system. I think it's the Maryland Rails to Trail, which is funny because if you look at it, right there, like 2 really well kept trail systems, which is awesome. But yeah, you parallel it for, I think, I don't know how long. I actually don't know how long that trail system goes on for either, but those blue blazes you were seeing yesterday, they weren't Potomac Heritage Trail markers, they were that trail marker. So yeah, I'd be curious to see how far that goes. It at least goes a few hundred, because that one signpost said AT 140 yesterday. Probably the state of Maryland. But yeah, really cool that there's really two nicely maintained trail systems right next to each other. If we were in Florida, that would be the high water route. This would be underwater, swim in the Potomac. Whew. All right, I think right at these ruins, there's another campsite, so I will be able to show it to you in a quick second. What campsite are you? This is 139 and some change, I believe. I don't think I've passed the mile marker 140 yet, but I'm pretty sure it's close. Ooh, I like this one too. There's been only a few that I have not been super jazzed about, but almost all of them are awesome. Very cool. All right. Give me one moment. Just cruising down the C&O. 1 second, folks. And we are right about Schmear at that mile marker 140, baby. All right, so mile 140, got about 17 miles left then on the day, and it just turned 2 o'clock. So should be able to get into camp around 7 again. I was going to do that earlier camp. That's why I waited out the rain this morning, but with the pace I'm going, I'm going to tack on extra 3 miles to what I had planned for the day. So yeah, that'll give me a sub 30 into Cumberland tomorrow, which is pretty cool. I don't know, sometimes the way the brain's structured is like, it'll give me like 27 miles, and even though that's only an extra hour about of hiking that I'll be avoiding tomorrow, sometimes that sub 30, when you wake up, you just got that extra pep in your step and you blink and it's over. So yeah, gonna push out 17 more and yeah, just enjoy it. It's been nice and overcast today. The mist isn't sitting as on top of me right now as it was this morning. It keeps climbing up, but yeah, been a beautiful day. All right, this is 15 Mile Creek. And it really feels like it's a separate world here. Like, I've seen homes off in the distance and stuff like that, but like with the mist and seeing absolutely nobody so far today, it feels like I'm in my own separate world. And like if you drew a line probably half a mile away from the river, there would probably be a hustle and bustle of activity, but where I am, it's just, yeah, the own world. So yeah, this is 15 Mile Creek, and I believe the C&O continues through these stays. 140.9. Oh, it's a campground fee. So yeah, if you plan on staying here, you do have to pay. There's all these free ones around though, so it's up to you and your miles. But something that is very important for hikers, especially for this hiker at this moment, is it has a privy. It is the third time that my duty has called today. Pun. The duty has called. My obligation, my duty. My duty as a hiker. My duty as a hiker calls for the third time today, so I'm going to fulfill that duty. You're welcome. beautiful rock along the path too. You got a river on one side. I never know which side to film, so I try to get a lot of shots like this, which you're probably thinking, oh, just filming straight ahead on the path, but I'm trying to get the half and half. This is as wide as my lens will go, showing you the rock on the one side and the river on the other, because I wish I could give you the full, besides doing 360s all the time, the full scope of it. So cool. So I don't know why, well I do know why, but it kind of made me chuckle a little bit. Got surprised by coming up on another campsite because, one sec, I'll get you the name of the campsite. This is Devil's Alley. They got kilometers now? But yeah, I've just been, I don't know what clip it was, but a few miles ago when I was passing that spot, I'm like, with the mist and kind of the overcastness, it just feels like I'm in my own world out here. And so like, if, I don't know, it kind of felt like surprising to come up on another campsite. I've just been in the feeling of like this, not parallel dimension, but it just is, it feels like I'm in the middle of, yeah, my own world. I mean, have not seen anybody, and just the clouds hanging over, and I don't know, it's a weird mentality right now. Made me chuckle, being like, oh, that's surprising, there's stuff here. So I've been thinking about this a little bit today. I might have started the Potomac Heritage Trail a little early for the season, but I really, really like the fact that it's not foliage everywhere. The fact that the trees are bare lets you see the river almost consistently. Granted, there are stretches that put you away from the river in denser, kind of more multiple trees, but if there was foliage, it'd be a different type of beauty. I'm really enjoying this kind of sparseness and just kind of exposed beauty. So yeah, I can see it also being enjoyable in summertime because you can hop in the river, do all that good stuff. Like I said, might have started a little early because of the fact of some of the nights and mornings have been brutal. But this is a pretty good time frame for the Potomac Heritage, in my opinion. And then again, you could have a summertime really, really pleasant being able to hop in the river. So you got to weigh your options depending if you're planning on doing this trail. Kind of weigh your options of what you're looking for. This beauty is a beauty unto itself, and the summer beauty would be a beauty unto itself too. But what I'm trying to say with that is I'm really enjoying this type of beauty. It's really, really nice. All right, about to hit mile marker 147, so gives me about 10 miles left on the day, and it's 4:10. So yeah, I should get into camp pretty early, 7:10ish, maybe even a little earlier. We will see. But I have a very strong feeling I am going to eat all my food tonight. Those combos ain't gonna last. So that'll mean a 27-mile push tomorrow without food. So we're back on the CDT bus. I used to do that a lot on the CDT. Yeah. Oh man. But there's some restaurants apparently in Cumberland that, I'm about a calorie pack. Donuts? I didn't even think of donuts. Oh. As you can tell, the mind's on food. Have eaten one complete cookie today and one Pop-Tart. and that's about what I can eat until I get to camp, until I eat my already eaten sandwich. It's already half gone. You live and you learn, folks. Well, that's the thing. Like, I know I could change it, but my mind won't let me because it's a goal now, and I gotta accomplish that goal. So that's where I'm at. All right, 10 more miles of cruisy. All right, mile 149 and some change. Train just went by, so this campsite, you're definitely gonna have some train noise. But most of these, you'll probably have spatterings of train noise. There are some that you don't. But due to the C&O following and paralleling the train tracks for a long time, more likely than not you will, but still beautiful campsites. Five-0. It's the 5-0. Yeah, baby. All right. Haven't passed mile marker 154 yet, so that means this is going to be around 154, 155. 1.5 miles ahead, follow detour. I'm assuming that's a trail system, Great Eastern Trail. So the detour is still farther up, but I'm curious if it's one of those small ones that we've done before. I guess we'll find out. All right, slightly after mile marker 154 is the campsite that was my original goal today, but I'm gonna keep on pushing about 3 1/4. This is the Sorrel Ridge one, 3.3 to Purslane Run. What I'm a little bit confused about is that sign with the closure. And then when I ran into that hiker I was talking about yesterday, if it was a big closure, he would have told me. I'm assuming it's either an old sign or it's a very minor thing that you have to walk around a washout or something. And sometimes those signs get left up for longer than they should be. So we'll see. I haven't gone the distance yet of that marker, so we'll see what it looks like. But yeah, about 3 and some change. Let's get it. So this is interesting. I didn't get the first one for y'all, but thought I would get the second one. Gotta stop walking so it doesn't bounce. It's lock 64 and 2/3. There's a 1/3, so that means there's a 3/3. Also, the trail's been going up. That's pleasant. I like that. I like that a lot. A little bit of elevation gain, baby. Okay, that's what I had assumed. I thought it was either this detour is a distance, follow signs carefully and stay on the trail. Oh, fun. Miles of steep and strenuous trail. Okay, we're gonna do it. We got to. It looks like they've moved their construction thing aside, but don't want to test that. Oh, that's a water one. Closed, do not enter. Yeah. All right. All right, we say. All right. It's got switchbacks. I think it got switchbacks. I don't think it's that continuous trail down that way. It's pointing me this way. So we'll switch back up. Up the mountain we go. Yeah, baby. This is some AT climbing. Well, it's a road, so it's still not as physically kind of thought-provoking with the footsteps, but she does got some steepness to her. I like that. Switchback, baby. This steer's about to bolt, guys. Give me one sec. Hey, buddy. Don't bolt right at me. Well, Trail, thank you for the detour. I gotta meet a dear friend. Alright, so on this closure detour, a little before mile 155 on the canal, there is an amazing water source that you parallel about, I don't know, I'd say I've gone about a mile into it. I've been carrying water since 8 or 9 miles ago, just in case for camp. But this is way better than where I got mine from. So yeah, if you're doing the same type of mileage or thinking about camping at that spot right after Paw Paw, there's awesome water right here. All right, it did get significantly steeper. They weren't playing. Whew. Got a sweat on and a breathe up. Very nice. I like that. So I have no idea where this reroute is putting me, at what mile marker or what, but I feel like I'm still gonna have to push out a few miles once I get down off this ridge. But I'll tell you what, it is epically beautiful. I will tell you that. It's nice to climb and descend again. I'm glad part of that trail was closed. My legs feel good, and this view is pretty epic, folks. Pretty awesome. Alright, so this is where the detour reconnects you. Oh, I might even see a mile marker up there. Oh, what's it gonna be? Is it gonna be super low? Is it gonna be mile marker 165? If so, I gotta push. I have a strong feeling it's gonna be mile marker 165. Let us see. Depending on what mile marker it is, well, 155. This camp's at 157. Either got 1 1/4 or 2 1/4. Oh, sweet. All right, got about 1.5. Connects you. That's where it connects you back to mile 156-ish. So got about 1 1/4 to camp. Let's do it. More construction. So there's a park off to my left that has the C&O sign, but Paw Paw WV, I don't think I go that way. Yeah, I think I continue straight. But if you want to go to Paw Paw, I believe it is to the left. Yep, it would be to the left. Alright, we continue this way. Alright, so this is why I say the C&O mile markers are a little slightly off. Because I haven't passed mile 157 yet, mile marker 157, but it looks like this is the camp and hiker-biker site at 157.4, at least according to the C&O map. So like, they're not terribly off, but every so often a mile is either a little longer. I don't know if it's been shorter. There might have been one yesterday that was a little shorter. So yeah, just know that it's not all the time, but sometimes. And it's not big enough to notice unless you're like clocking your miles like I was trying to do last night. So yeah, that's kind of my spiel. So got to camp, I don't know, 7:20, and yeah, nice little camp area. And I'm gonna get into Cumberland what I was saying is I'm gonna get into Cumberland tomorrow. All right, this is home. Cool. All right, so I promised you that if I remembered, I'll show you my pitiful sandwich. This is what my sleeping brain left, which is still pleasant. Like, thank you for leaving that, but I woke up and must have eaten half the sandwich. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. So yeah, that's dinner tonight. Half a sandwich I had eaten in the middle of the night last night. But nice, made it to camp before dark. Gonna eat my half a sandwich, and the only other thing in my food bag is combos, a muffin, that's toothpaste, drink mix, gum, Mio. So yeah, this is the food bag. Got 27 miles tomorrow. Gonna be pushing in hungry. That's good though. We want to push in hungry. Let's get it. Cool.